Welcome to the channel, Strong Nation, and in today's video I'm going to be covering Arena Breakout Infinite as a new player. This game is a little overwhelming at times, so I decided to create a brand new account and walk you guys through what to expect, what you're looking for, what you're trying to do as a new player. It could be a lot, but I'll try to go over it here as quickly and as slow as I can. The time allows. I guess I could make this like a 12-hour video, but I know you guys don't want to see that, so let's get right into it. We're going to be building our character out, but before we do that, make sure you guys hit that like button. And I'm trying to reach my first 100 followers on the channel, so if you guys could follow me as well, that would mean the absolute world to me. I love creating videos, I love creating content, so with your guys' help, I know I can absolutely smash the 100 follower goal definitely this month. All right, enough of that, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and create our character. All right, so we're gonna start off here with your character. I'm gonna choose the female character. Let's see, I'm gonna make it look pretty much just like my other account. Enter a name. Please use your nickname. Is this your tag for this? So we're gonna go Steven Strong YouTube, and that's it. There we go. Yeah, Steven Strong YouTube. Confirm.
I'm Joel, your instructor. I'm going to help you get acquainted with this place.
All right, so I'm gonna go over everything there is as a new player. I've been playing this, I believe, since like November or December of 2024. Played it quite a bit, and I kind of know most of the ins and outs of it. UI, right? Is that the user interface is still a little weird, and they just kind of changed some things up with the new season. So hopefully I'll cover everything in here. But let's get into it. There's gonna also be things that are locked as a new player as well. So at first you're gonna have
There
to
was an operator who didn't make it out of the farm. His stuff is yours now.
There you go. So it's gonna make you go through this whole little beginning tutorial.
Dark zone.
Okay, I guess we can click through them talking. I didn't know that. All right, so here is all your equipment, and the objective here is to equip the primary weapon. So you have your slot 1 or your slot 2. It's always good to put your primary in slot 1. Equip the helmet. So there we go. Then we're gonna equip a body armor. Then your chest rig is actually all rolled up here. So it's this little round thing, but if you hit your F key, it'll expand it. So if you're coming over from Tarkov, this is a nice little feature of the game. And then equip the backpack, same thing. This is all rolled up. If you hit F, it'll expand it.
Weapons and armor won't be enough. You'll also need plenty of ammo and meds if you want to get back alive.
So basically he's just trying to outfit you for a raid right now. So let's take a look here. Put magazines in your chest. So do I have to put 3? Place first aid kit in a pocket or your chest rig. So your first aid would be this one. And how many? 2 or more. And then place a bandage in a pocket or your chest rig. This is what your bandages look like. There's a couple different bandages. These are the one-on-one uses. So that's good there. And then next thing is painkillers. So we'll throw that right there. And then a surgical kit. So there's multiple different surgical kits that you can have. This is the medium-sized one. I like this one. This is what I typically carry. Then we also need to place some ammo in as well. So there we go. Next, we're gonna click back here in the lower left.
That should do it. Let's go. Remember, this place is...
Kind of skip all that. All right, now to start a raid, it's gonna be here in this bottom section. Just hit enter. And then as a new player, you're gonna have these modes that are locked. You can unlock them the longer you play, the longer you level up. So it kind of rewards you to keep playing the game, and then you'll get better gear and better ability to find like better loot and stuff. Now, these modes, they do get harder We'll cover that in future videos, but for today, we're just going to be focusing on the normal mode and basically coming into Arena Breakout as a new player and kind of what to do and what to expect. So let's go into here. And for this mode, there's only these two maps that are available, Farm or Valley. But right now, Valley is also locked until we get to level 8. So for now, we're going to go to Farm, hit select map, and we're pretty much ready to go from here. Now, on this screen, you can actually turn and look at your character. So you can always take a look. Oh, do you have your backpack? Check your helmet out. If you got a face mask on there, check your armor. But whatever you want to do, just boom, there you can check it in that spot if you want to. All right, let's go ahead, hit start, and it should put us into, I believe, a kind of like a starter raid. I don't believe this is a real raid. I could be wrong, but we'll take a look nonetheless as we're trying this out together. All right, so game objective: search for supplies and successful extraction. That's what this game is all about. We're gonna be looking for loot, taking down enemies. Could be AI or it could be other players as well. And then the goal of it is to get all that stuff out of the game successfully. All right, first things first, I always like to hit the map button and just kind of take a look where I'm at on the map, maybe ping a distance to kind of keep track as I'm moving along. So these green spots right here, these are your extracts. You have boulder wall and outpost. You can get out anytime at those because they are green. Artificial lake could be up. Sometimes you just have to walk by there and see if it's up. You'll see the red smoke. And then this one right here, this southern blockade, this will unlock after 10 minutes and you have to pay 15,000 Cohen. Now Cohen is the money in this game. That's what it's called. So you have to pay that fee in order to extract, but you do have to wait 10 minutes into the raid. This one right here, this is Hunter's Path, and then you can only get out of this one without a backpack. So if you're kind of doing quick runs or just trying to get in and out, maybe you find a red item that's worth 1.5 million Cohen and you want to put it in your what I like to call butt case and get out of the raid. So let's go over to stables. Oh, let's cover this as well. These blinking lights, these are the hot spots on the map. So typically there's going to be good loot in these areas. There's going to be safes in these areas. And that's kind of letting you know, hey, this is a hot spot. When you get around here, definitely be careful. So let's go over to this one. Oh, this is telling me to press tab to open up the bag. I like to run on pain, but since we don't have the higher end pain, we're going to keep this for when we get into gunfights and we need to move. Pain will allow you, like, say if you get shot and they take out your leg, you're going to be having trouble like moving away. It's going to look real slow like this. So the pain will allow you to I guess reduce that that in-game pain there and allow you to move freely. Also, your character will make a moaning noise that he's hurt or she's hurt. Another tip too, if you run with your knife out, you move quicker. So when you see me doing that, that's why. I typically know where the bots are going to be at. That just kind of comes with playing the game for so long. So you'll kind of learn when to take your knife out. Very nice. Oh, I gotta change that setting. Yeah. All right. So once you kill something, you press F to search it, and it could be really, really fast swaps. So if you wanted to take this gun, you can slide it here. If you wanted to exchange it with your primary, you could do that as well. And then if you want to move items into your rig, you just press the F button like this. and then it'll automatically start putting it everywhere. You can also drag it, and then you can also drop items as well. So over here, there's the little trash can symbol, and you can just kind of throw it off the screen there. The chest rigs, you can roll them up, put it into there, or you can keep it big. So this is what I'm talking about as far as like space and stuff. You can reduce the space in your bag, or you can keep it like this. And let's see, so this will take up 9 spots. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you get 1 extra item that you can put in here if you wanted to keep it this way, which we'll do that just so I can show you guys how to stack inside of a bag. So these are items just throughout the game. They're not worth really anything. You'll see the value there, 2,000. Same thing here with the screwdriver, only worth 2,000. In the beginning, when you're first playing, it's okay to pick up those things, but you'll learn over time that you're trying to maximize each square. So I like to keep it at a minimum of about 5,000 per square. That's like the absolute minimum that I like to do. For now, I'll keep this in here just so I can show you guys how to swap things in and out, if we do even end up doing that. But this is a safe, and there's a timer on it for 20 seconds. So you have to wait for that to run out. In the meantime, this right here, this is okay. I believe that's a 5,000. Yeah. So here's a 5,000 item, and you can see that there's different colors. The colors, if there's no background color, typically not going to be worth anything. And then if you start seeing colors within it, that's when you start knowing, okay, it's getting into value. What we would like to see is a gold or red ultimately, but reds are extremely rare. This is one of the ways that you can actually get a red, is by hitting the safes. The safes give you all kinds of randomized items, typically cash, or small items like this transceiver worth 10,000, and then this writing pad worth 6,000. All right, so there's that safe. Is there any objectives? Nope, we just run around and loot, huh? All right, perfect. So I'll take you guys along with me. So for right now, we're just gonna go over how to loot things that you're looking for, and then always remember that there's players on the map as well. So you could have players in any direction. You always want to be aware of the audio on the map, because the scavs will definitely let you know, hey, there's something going on in that direction. Okay, I had to change settings really fast. I like to be able to, when I click down on my mouse, I'm ADS'd, and then when I let go, it automatically lets go. Some people prefer to click, it's like a click hold, but I like to have control of my finger discipline on the mouse. Okay, so we're always listening around for other players that could be in any direction. Like right here, we have something. Typically, you don't want to run around like I'm doing. This will definitely get you shot. Right here. So if you guys hide right around this corner, sounds like there's some AI players nearby. So it's pretty much right dead center of the map, right underneath this broken bridge. I'm gonna mark it there for you. So there's a free safe that you can hit right here, just like the other building. And then I'll actually mark that other one for you as well. It's right here in stables. So these are the 2 free safes you can hit. And we're actually to go into this hotspot as well, so I can show you guys what to look for as far as loot. We'll get into some PvP tactics and things like that. Okay, we'll start in here. So after a while, you'll start knowing what to pick up and what to leave. So I know that this notebook is not worth anything. If I pick that up, I might not have enough ammo. There we go. Okay, so this notebook, it's only worth around 1,000. All right. So typically, I would not pick that up. What I'm actually gonna do is get rid of these things. So you can quickly look. 1,000. This is 9 per round. 1 second. There we go. This is 9 per round. This is 600 per not per round for that mag. Can opener, not very good. Cup, not very good. Now, this is good. Suitcases could have things of value. So spoon, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Oh, big money. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at this. I don't need anything in this rig, and I actually want to drop this because I need somewhere to put this. This is worth 190,000. This is a good item to find. Take care of this scav. All right, actually take a look and see if he has anything. And hey, no. Show you guys how to load a mag as well. So you have your ammo wherever you have it. You can have it in your case down here. So you just drag it up and it'll automatically start loading it up. Nice feature that I like, you can hit your escape button and it'll load the mag and you can look around while you're doing it. Sounds like maybe a player back here, AI player. You can also rotate within your bag, rotate items to make things fit a certain way. Nothing here that I'm interested in. So here's an item that is 5,000. It takes up 2 slots. That's okay for now, but typically we want to be 5,000 per slot. This is 15,000, so this is good. I would pick that up. These cases are super good to hit. So these can have crazy gun part items. A buddy of mine found thermals, which they're worth, I believe, like 1.2 or 1.3 mil something. So I love checking these. After finding that out, no good parts in there. I don't really feel like grabbing any of those. I think we can maximize our space somewhere else. I like checking the scavs. Sometimes they have little items, especially in the higher modes, you would never expect. I've seen secret documents pulled out of normal mode even. That's worth over 20 million. So you never know. Literally search everything. These boxes are pretty good. Now that right there, that sounds like that's a player. Okay. Use this direction. There's many different angles you could always look out of. You have to be careful. Here's a jacket. Jackets spawn all kinds of different items in it, but the ones you're really looking out for are the keys. Jackets spawn really good keys. They can be worth anywhere from, 5,000-10,000 to a couple mil, or a few mil, I should say. Here's some healables. Go. And nothing crazy there. All All right, here's a suitcase. 4,000, 1,000, 1,000. Not very good. I would leave those. Again, you're always trying to maximize every slot as much as possible. So just keep looting. This is 15,000. So we're over that 5,000 per mark. That was a bot player. We'll use this door here as cover. All right. So out of these here, I would take his 25,000 gun. And then we have a 1,000 pistol to this 3,000 pistol. So we'll swap those out. Now he has ears. I don't. So we'll take the ears and then the helmet. 8,000. Oh, that's the same helmet. Okay. There we go. 20,000 cannon shell. Honestly, I think after this, we might be heading out. We'll take this, even though it's under our mark. Then you can also stack bags to create a little more money too. Actually, a P90 bag. Hold on. That's good. There we go. 30,000 for the P90 mag. All right, awesome. So what you can do is you can stack your bags, and then you'll get 2,000 for this, 2,000 for that bag. It's not anything crazy, but it does give you something. All right. One thing I do like to do every time I go to move, I'll check my ammo. So since I've been shooting in here, I have less than half. So I'll go ahead and reload. You can see I have 2 full mags. I'll just top up there. And you can actually move while reloading. This is a locked room, so you need a key for this. This key needed, and it'll tell you what key it is, and we'll go over keys and stuff in the market as we start unlocking those things. Okay, so the goal now is to work our way over to extract. So we have these 2 extracts that we can go to. Let's take you to this one. Nice and easy. Now you'll start learning that this right here is definitely a hot spot. Players will sit all along and all these different spots, just with snipers, long scopes, waiting for you to come out like this. Obviously, right now we're in the beginner bot lobby, so you don't have to worry about that pressure. What you want to do though is you want to move fast and into cover. So if you decide to go this way, what I would like to say is through the middle. Use your cover, so use your brush. And then you're also at the top of the screen there, I have my extract, if you can see, 278 meters away, and that gives me direction on how I'm running. So I know if I get shot to the right, I can use this as a getaway. So there we go. And now all that is less exposed to me as I'm running away. Here we have a dead scav. See if he has anything. Oh, here's something running up. All right, so we probably have AI. Yep. That's an AI player. And over time, you'll start realizing like what's AI, especially how they shoot, what they look like, things that they're wearing, and then the guns that they're using. Like, nobody would sit there in the middle of the road like that with a scav and shoot them like that. Normally, I wouldn't be trying to loot here in the middle of the road. Oh, nice. He's got a nade. So I'm going to drop this bandage for a nade. I do like my nades. We're overloaded, so heavier. But use this drink here. We're still okay, but every time I see... Ooh, that's good. I want that. Let's we're going to drop this cash. It's only 8,000, and we're going to take this heal. I like this heal. There's a 1 slaughter for 9,000. So I'll drop this 5,000 for that. Oh, he has good surgical kits. We'll drop this one. Oh, I have 2 surgical kits. All right, perfect. Sight is 8,000. I believe. There we go. So we can upgrade this to that. All right, pretty much maxed out there. A couple ways we can go. We go this back route or up here. I try to avoid the roads as much as possible in this game. These are just choke points. But we'll go over strategies and movements and future videos. Getting through the basics on how to move through the map, what you're looking for. See, like right here, you can use all this lower part as coverage. So if you get shot from the right, you just kind of scoot down like this. Oh yeah, there's also free look. I guess I do that by habit. If you click the center button on your mouse and you just look left to right as you hold it down, here's your free look, which is nice because it gives you a little bit more from side to side to look at. So you don't have to completely turn your mouse. You can look straight and do this, still move in a straight direction. All right, this is what your extracts look like. Depending on which one you take, will be how long you have to hold that position in order to get out. So there we go. That's a pretty good rate, especially for the normal mode. Here's your loot value. So that's 438,000 Cohen, and then it'll tell you what you eliminated. So 11 eliminations in total. This is going to be including scavs and including the operators. And then here's your operators eliminated. Unfortunately, it won't tell you the bots and the real players. They just count both bots and real players right here. So you just kind of have to know if you're interested in keeping those stats. All right, let's move on from here. Here's your stats for the raid. You can also look back at your combat history and combat details here. So if you want to take a look at your route, see where you ran, there you go. So we started up here, we hit the safe, and then came down into the hotel area here and found that really big item called the hydraulic expander, and whoop, got out. So there's that, and here is your combat history. So here's your big items and their value of their or I guess ranking of value. So here's the top 3 items that we got out of the raid, and then all the equipment that you got out, which is really cool, because if you take something out, you can send it to your friends, you can post it, you know, in the Discord, whatever the case may be. Kind of want to, you know, your boys like, hey, I found 3 raids this one game, something like that. And then right here, it'll tell you everything that you killed during that game. So here is the bots for the 2 bots that we killed in that game. If they were players, you would see that right here, and you can check them out. And then here's your stats. All right, let's move on. So once you're done there, you're gonna, whoa, intense. Return to lobby, and then we unlock the market at level 2. Level 3 is the weapon modification system.
Looks like you know a thing or two about surviving and sell this stuff.
Okay, so I always like to come in here and hit a quick organize up on top. This game, I tend to use this a lot more than Tarkov, because there's no cases in here, so I just keep everything in this organization mode. All right, so now we need to offload everything, and we only need to offload the things that we don't want to bring into the next raid. So we're never going to bring the same gun in. Let's get rid of this. You can either drag it or click F. So you can do this, move it over, or hit F, automatically throws it over. In this bag, we have all these items. So what we're actually going to do is clear them out by hitting F. Then roll this up, put it here, and then tap F on those. We're gonna keep these and get rid of these heals, and then we should be good to go. Hop up on ammo, take this gun off, and then that should be good on there. Perfect. Okay, so now since we got items out of the raid, we need to make money from them, so we need to sell them. All you got to do is right click the item. You'll see these options here where you can hit sell. And there's a couple different ways that you can do it. If you want to get money fast, you can do the sell now method. It'll sell it right away to one of the contacts. And then you can also do bulk sell where, well, I guess we can't do it now. At level 4, we can do it. You can select multiple ones without having to go back and forth. So what we're going to do is actually list on market. And then over here on the side, you'll see all the items that are listed and how many are listed. So there's 131 at this 21,000 price. And then a little bit lower, we have 6 and 21. We could go a little bit lower so our item sells faster, or we can keep it right here. Since there's only 21, there's a big number right there. I'm happy with listing it at this price. So we're just gonna go ahead and list it. And there you go. We have 1 of 25 items. You can unlock more later on. You can purchase, I believe, some in-game stuff as well. But right now we can list up to 25 items. So let's go ahead and list a few more here. This one we have 1,162. What we're actually to do is bump it down 1 and then bump up. So we'll put it at the 10.6 mark. There we go. This is our big item from the raid. There's 196 of them. Same thing, drop it down 1. No, can't. So this is what we're gonna list it for. There you go. Next item. There's 395, 41, and 15. I like this. We'll just list it there. This is fine here. We got 102, 611. So happy with that. There's 509. Let's drop it down 1. We hit it up, so we're at 22.6 and then 22.4. So it's a little bit cheaper. List it there. Sell the Glock. Sell very well. Here's the P90 mag. Almost missed that. This is not too bad. And 1 there, so 37,000 for that item. This site, let's drop it down 1. Wasn't listed for that. All right. There we go. Oh wait, and this is the gun that we got out. So list all there. So now we have 22 out of 25 items. Pretty much sold all of the things that we got out of raid there, and we just gotta wait for that to sell. Do a little bit more clicking around here. So as a new player, you're gonna start unlocking different things, and you'll get little pop-ups all over your screen. The contacts here.
Everyone in Kimono runs. Also,
I don't really use the contacts, to be 100% honest with you. I don't see any great value in it other than Deke. Deke has the ability to purchase things that he releases on a time, like a certain time window, and it could be at like a big discount. So he can sell key cards that are worth $1 million for say 200,000 sometimes. So you'll get pretty big bargains out of there. Other than that, I kind of stay out of this whole area. If you're coming over from Tarkov, I feel like there was some expectations here that I had and they didn't really meet. So this is kind of a part where I get confused in the game on if they're going to be growing this in the future. But for right now, it's kind of janky. Level 4, we'll be able to open up deep. All right, up on top here, they have missions as well. So
I've got a new idea, recruit.
This will have rewards that you can do. So all you gotta do is
our first time working together. I've found you an easy job.
Accept it just like that, and then it'll be successful extract from farm 1 time. Once you do that, you'll be able to come in here and then complete the mission, and then you'll get this as a reward. The user interface for this isn't very good. You have to like click and drag through here, so you can definitely miss some opportunities. Just make sure you're clicking and dragging around. It's weird. Just be patient with it. And then in here, this is where you can customize your character. So as you play and you unlock things in the battle pass and skins, and you buy certain things in the store, right in here you can come and switch all that stuff. So like right now, this is a limited skin in the store. Not sure if they keep the prior old stuff in here, because like these melee weapons, that's a limited time. I don't know if there's a way you can still purchase that, but anywho, it's locked and you can't. But if you want to change your gear out, this is where you do it. Your weapons and the skins in there. I mean, that looks freaking sick. That's an awesome skin. And then your personality, if you want to add like the spray paint stickers, different voice clips, animations for your character will all be in there. But yeah, customizing all your guns, accessories, and your charms, your little charms. Back to the home screen here. All right, on the bottom right, well, let's see, we went over, here's your map. If you ever want to look at your maps while you're not in game, then you can come here to all the different I guess you can't click on them because they're locked, but you can go to all the different maps and look at them. Only one we can look at right now as a new player, unfortunately, is farm. You can kind of figure out, you know, your routes, playing your routes as a new player. This is a really nice upgrade. Again, if you're coming over from Tarkov, I know I keep saying that, but a lot of the players that I've played with really like certain features that this game has. The map is one of them, especially as a new player, or if you're what I like to call a weekend gamer. This helps out so much. Okay, so there's that. On the bottom right here, this is where you can look for your team, look for your friends. You can add friends in here. Right there you have the world chat, and then friend chat as well. And then here is your messages. So you'll get items come within the system mail, especially for like limited time modes. Right here, if you hit your claim all, these are all the different things that I had ready to claim. You probably do too. And then right here we have 150,000 Cohen waiting for us as well. So if we hit quick retrieve, it'll shoot it over into there. And then let's just hit the back button, and then check our market mail. We have nothing has been sold on the market yet, or no items have been returned, and then no security. So if you report people, that'll be in here. Is where you'll get that. And then of course your settings as well, so you can maximize your field of view to 110. That way you can get the biggest field of view as possible. As you can see here, this is what the difference could look like for your field of view. And then there's a bunch of different settings. Like I like a low head shake. Let's see here. Case payment. What is that? Huh. I like to leave all these pretty much always showing, so I'll go in, I'll change all that. I'll do a video on my settings if you guys are interested. Honestly, I need to go on my other account and see what all I have saved over there. I'm telling you, I just made this new account. I wanted to experience it as a new player and see what things are locked, because I'm so used to having everything unlocked, all the features. That way I can explain it to you guys if you're getting into the game, kind of struggling, trying to figure out what to do. But here's the other mode as well. So you can run your tactical ops. This is where you have your player that you can kit out. And then you can run as a imposter. This is what I like to call the scav. And it's not very good, especially in this game. You don't really get spawned with any decent gear. And the modes that you're restricted to is normal, and the loot's not very good. So I hardly ever run this. If you're running this, you're down pretty bad, and you'll probably have to watch one of the how to make a bunch of Cohen videos as well. All right, so enough of that. Let's go into the market here. So in the market, they have all of the items that you can purchase. So in here on the top right, you'll see for helmets, it'll tell you what kind of armor tier it is. So here's tier 1, tier 2, 3, 4, and it goes all the way up to tier 6. Now these are pretty expensive when you get into this. As you look here in the top right, I have 1.9 Cohen, so it's basically 1.9 mil Cohen. That's what the K always would trip me up. So that's how you pretty much read that, 1 point and then whatever it is mil. Anywho, so if we look, we can see that the best helmet in the game is damn near like a mil. That would take out most of my profits right now. So if I were to buy that, it wouldn't be a very good investment. If you're coming into this new, I would definitely probably run something like this, a class 3, even this one as well. Give yourself a little protection, but until you kind of save up 5 mil or so, I would stay away from all these guys. Maybe find them in game. You can find them a lot of times on dead players, but if you're going in and buying the helmets, it's gonna chew up your profits real fast. There's a bunch of different masks that you can add to it as well. So these here on the bottom, you'll have to buy the mask separate from the helmet. Body armor, again, you have all the different classes 1 through 6. They get really expensive again once it gets into 6 mil. So if I were to buy just a helmet and tier 6 body armor, I would be completely out of all of my money right now. Here you have your rigs, and everything goes by sizes. If you do want to take a look at the size, so here's the smallest one. You just click it, and then right here says open, and then it'll open up what it would look like if you were putting items into that rig. And then here is the difference. Here, open up the big one. This is the biggest one. There you can see there's 2 4 slotters and then a bunch of 2 slaughter slots there. Here's your armored rig. So this is going to have armor and the ability to have the rig as well, so you can actually store stuff. So here's the really big armor 6 one. You can see you got a 4 slaughter, some 2s, some 3s, which is really cool. So you can have the really big mags for those, or just find big items in games. And then if I were coming in as a new player, I would probably rock something like this, the old diaper rig. And then let's open this up. This will give you 2 slots and then your single slots right up there. Next up, we got the backpacks. So again, different sizes here. The lower you go, the bigger the backpacks is going to be. This one here is absolutely ginormous. As you can see, all the space in there. And then your normal bags that you would find like on the scavs or that I had in that first game. Here you go. Now we got the headsets. These are honestly trash. Don't waste your time buying these. I'd rather not wear headsets than spend the 5,000. So don't fall into that trap that you always have to wear a headset. Just save your money. If you do, run at least a minimum of one of these here. And then this is your top tier. Your footsteps are going to be extremely loud on this headset. It's very noticeable, but you get what you pay for when it comes to headsets. Your gas mask, there is gas in this game. And then the higher you go, the better the gas mask durability will be as well. There's thermals in the game, which are absolutely cracked, but as you can see, they're stupid expensive. I couldn't even afford them right now if I just wanted to buy the thermal alone. There you go. All right, that's everything in the equipment tab. We're gonna quickly brief over these here, because if I were to cover every single item, it would take me hours. But here you can see all the different sights for the weapons. And then these are all just the different accessories as you're kitting things out. So once we unlocked gunsmith, and will probably be the next video, we'll go over how to build the weapon and how to kit that out. Here's your bolts, same thing. We'll access all this through the gunsmith. And then here's your ammo. So if you're ever looking for certain ammo, all the different calibers are going to be in here. So let's look at the 5.56 ammo. There is different tiers. So you got your 1 through 5, and here's your M995. This is the best ammo that you can have for this caliber. You can see it's extremely expensive. So per round you're shooting is about 5,000. If we were to max this out, the quantity that you can buy is 120 at a time. That's 612,000 just in ammo. So you have to be very careful at what you're shooting, know what you're shooting. If you're just wanting to go have fun, I would suggest some leg meta ammo. This HP stuff does crazy damage, 69 to flesh, and it's super cheap. 200, shoot the legs, go have some fun. And then if you want to carry some decent ammo with you, the 5.58 one is not bad. It's tier 4. I would go with that. Stick some of that in your case. That way you don't lose it, because it can get expensive as well. So if we max that out, it's 116,000. But here's all your different calibers you can look at. You double click all the information on that caliber, what it does for the piercing level, the base damage level, your velocity, and I mean even armor damage. All that stuff will be in here. That way you can make the best decision as possible, or go watch one of my videos on the different ammo that you can use and how effective they are. In here we have the medical supplies. These right here, these are pill bottles, so they'll have 8 out of 8 uses or 6 out of 6. And then these are like single pain uses right there. These, it's like a simple crack whole. This one just kind of open up and like a liquid. And then these are just little pain pills. I stay away from these. Typically run like a liquid painkiller, or I'll carry one of these here. Then you got your different treatments on how to treat yourself. You got your med kits and your stims in the game. Not too many stims right now, but ones that I like to use is the endurance booster and the strength booster. Those come in handy. Now we got your tactical items, which are essentially your grenades, and then your keys. So your keys is really nice. It's broken down by the map. So whatever map you want to be on as a new player, you're going to be limited to farm and valley. So here are the keys. You can see the keys get crazy expensive. The lock room that we went by, here's the price for that. So as you can tell, we can't even afford that key for that room, and it's only a chance to get a red item out of there, which is kind of wild. But you can go through here, take a look at all the keys, and then you also have to take a look at the usage as well. So each key is different. There's 15 out of 15, 25 out of 25, 10 out of 10, and then your 101 key. Got to look out for that, because sometimes you'll look at it and be like, oh, that's a cheat key, it's 285, but it will be a one-time use. Your miscellaneous here is just going to be all the random different parts that you can get in the game. I've never used that here on the market. And then your beverages as well, and your food. Now, if you do want, say you like something, like say this body armor, you could favorite it, and then it will go into your favorites here, and you can kind of select a quick kit out of here as well. That should cover all the basics to get you started. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. I know it can be a little bit intimidating as a new player, especially going into a game like this where everything is on the line, but it's okay. Don't worry, I got you. I'll be making plenty of videos in the future on how to customize your kit for the best profitability, and just kind of show you guys where to go along the map where it's going to be as safe as possible for you, so you can maximize your profits, minimize your gunfights, and just try to make as much money as you can on the game, because that's the goal. Now, if you want to get into PvP as well, by all means, I love PvPing, but for these beginner type videos, I'm just going to be showing you how to move throughout the map, items that you're looking out for, and then kind of like the hot spots, things like that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit our first 100 followers. I'm super excited to get there, and it's all thanks to you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video, and as always, stay strong.